Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our Laravel VueJS Vuex series. So guys, now in previous video we have seen that how to create the student data and insert into a database using Vuex guys. Okay, so now let's fetch all this data. Whatever we insert the data, we have to fetch in our table using Vuex. Okay, so guys, let's get started. So first let's create a route with the students. Okay, so let's copy and go to our web.php. So let's move to web.php, routes web.php, and create a route using get method where you will tell students, comma, and your controller. So my controller is student controller class with the function name index. Copy and go to your student controller and create a function, guys. Public function where the function name will be index. All set. And now guys, over here let's return view where you will tell student folder where I want to create a view blade file. Let's move to the resource views student. Inside student I want to create a file with the name view.blade.php file. Spelling mistake, we have to add a dot. All set guys, and now let's copy from our form code and paste that. So we don't require all these things. And let's change the component name from student table component. Okay, so let's make it this, and as simple guys, now let's create a student table component in our app.js file. So let's move to resource.js in app.js. Let's add that view.component function where inside this you are going to mention that view student table component. Okay, and then call the path. Let's paste here, and instead of student form component we'll make it as table component. Copy this and create the file inside your component guys. So inside the students, let's create the student table component. Done. So guys, now we have set up the things from our form. Let me close all the things so it will be much clear. So first it was our view. So from view you went to app.js. From this, how is this called? Using this id view app. So make sure in your view blade file you are adding that view app. Okay, so with this id it's calling this component which is we have assigned over here, and this will go to your view component. Okay, so your student table dot view. We are here now, and now guys you can just use the same template. So let's use this to design the user interface, and let's get below and paste. All set guys, this will be your table data over here. Let's remove this. Instead let's keep a div tag where we will tell this is students data and one element button guys. So let's add that Mutation button which will be create or add student. Okay, and make this type as success or default, and use a at click is equal to, we are going to create a function where it will go to create function. Okay, so you can either create directly or else create this function as this. So let's keep it in this way. And now guys, for the script, let's copy from it. So you can copy full thing and paste that. Let's keep this model as empty right now. And on the mounted, we have to get the data, and we are not getting any props over here. We don't require. And yep guys, so now let's go top on this create function. Let's copy that and just paste here, add hyphen student, and we don't require this save form. Just remove this. Yep guys, and now let's see the output for this. So where, go to your routes web.php, copy the route called students and refresh. Okay, so you can see that student data, and this is your add button. Let's make it to side and start designing with the table. Let's move, and you can give a class load right, refresh. Perfect. So now guys, let's design the table. Let's move to our element.io website and search for table. Select here. So we get many designs guys. So we will be using a search box thing. Okay, so we'll be using this design guys, because we have a search box, so we'll make this search data also something like this. Okay, so let us just copy this. Need the table, not template. Just copy this and get back and paste that. So now we are going to modify this. We don't need like again and again to loop the table columns. So for that guys, I want to do something else which is shown in this customization option. So at the last, you have all these columns where you can see that your stripe, max height, everything. Okay, in this table attributes, you will get how to customize this table. So let me just start with that. So now guys, let us remove all this. We don't require all these things. So this is our search box. So I have just aligned this guys, and now I want to use stripe where make it to true, and want to give the border for this. Let's make it true. This is for designing guys, this stripe and border. This data is the main thing where you'll get the data inside this. And let's give the minimum height. I want to show HEIGHT height is equal to where I want to show as 400. Save. And now guys, main thing starts from here. Element table column. We are going to use for loop where you will tell column in table columns. So this table columns, we are going to get the data from where you will assign that into your data function. Okay, so let's give here, we don't need rules, so let's remove that. Colon, open and close. So before this, we are going to use that. First is colon key your column value dot label, and then the label, let's give label. The label will be as label, and then guys, we are going to send the props, prop, where column dot prop, and next is column key, column hyphen key. Column key will be your column of prop. Okay, let's set the, that is minimum width is equal to your minimum width. You want sortable also, you can assign that sortable, which will be sortable itself. Let's copy and paste that. Next, we are going to keep alignment. If we align like center and all, so at that time you can align. And next is header align. That header align, header means like name, class, we assign that. Same thing. So fixed is equal to column which will be fixed, fixed fixed, or else we'll make it to null, guys. So it should be accepting null. And then finally formatter. So this formatter comes under like active or inactive. That means boolean value we are going to check over here. Formatter. That's it. So now guys, we are going to check all this into our table column over here. So open, and we need an array. It's in curly brace. So first step, change this to array. And then guys, you are going to start with curly brace, where first prop colon, you are going to assign ID. So this ID is nothing but your data field, database field name, ID, name, class, section, email. So these fields we are going to call in props, and then your label, which you want to show on the table format. Let's keep name. And if you want to set the minimum width, I think the correct spelling we have given, let's keep it 40. We do not need in double quotes. This spelling should be matching from your table which you have given over here. Okay, so this minimum width we have to assign. And then guys, for sortable colon, I want to make it true, not it's colon. And then if you want to give as hidden, you can, but we want is false. Let's align this in center, and then guys, make it to fixed, which will be true. So same way guys, you are going to check for all the columns. So let's copy this, give comma, paste, comma, paste, and paste. Finally, so one is ID. Let's take the student database field name, and this will be the name ID guys. So we don't need to give that name. And next is, I need the class. Take a correct value. This is same as your DB field. Okay. And give the final one section. And then guys, we need one email. Okay. Copy and paste. This will be your email field. Email. Done. So you can keep the width for name, which will be, let's keep it 150. And other things, if you require, let's keep it to 40 only, or else you can just make it to 80 default. Okay. Let's save. And now guys, let's see the output. Let's refresh. Okay, there is some error. Let's see what is the error. Okay, it shows that center is not defined. It's inside the data function. Let's go. Okay, so here is the center guys. Let's give in double quotes. So it's a string. And okay guys, and now let us once check that from beginning. So first we'll check the form name. Okay, we have entered the wrong thing. Let's give student table component this name. Just copy that and place it over here. And for this columns, table columns, let's see this also. Let's go top. Okay, oops, we have to give the bracket for this column itself, not for whole loop. Let's save. And now guys, successful. Okay, let's go refresh and check the output. Perfect. So guys, we have got the data done. So a sortable is for all the things which I don't want. So only for ID I want this sortable. So for that guys, you can just move and make it to false. This sortable as false. For name, class, your section, and the email. Save it. refresh. That's it, guys. So there is writing, this is writing in some other language, so let's make it to English language, guys. Let's go over here and move to internationalization, where we have to select with this language first. Copy and paste inside the app.js. Let's paste, and now let's see the output, guys. First let's refresh. Perfect. So we are getting in English language now, US. So guys, no data it's telling. Now guys, let's start with the Vuex to fetch the record. Let's go. First you need to move to your component, table component. At this mounted, you have to call the loading first. So let's tell loading is equal to this dot dollar loading, open and close bracket, open and close curly brace. Let's copy this code from our action.js, copy and paste. Let's remove this. All set. Now guys, once it's loading, this dot dollar store dot dispatch function, which we'll call get student. Okay, students data. So get students, we are going to create the dispatch which will go in the store.js file and check that. With this, right now we'll fetch the data first. Okay, so now guys, let's copy this and go to dispatch. So which moves to store.js. So let's move to our store.js. Okay, and inside the store.js we have to assign the table first. So where is that table data? So table data, the same thing, name, here it is. Okay, so this table data we have to call it. Same variable we will use inside our store.js colon, where I want multiple data inside that. So just add this array option, and this option will be going to getters. So from this getter, it will take to your store.js. So guys, for that, export default open and close curly brace, where your table data function, open and close, where return state.table data. All set. Inside this you are going to send the state, guys, state. So this function will be called from somewhere else, your state thing. Okay, so now guys, this table data will be called inside your store.js. How? From this importing getters. So from the getter you are going to store. Now guys, how to use this, your store and getters? So that will be used in the actions and your mutations. So go to your action and write the code, guys. So for that, let's write a code to get the data first and then commit to mutations. Export const get students, where open and close curly brace, commit, and then give comma, where your payload values if you send any data from there. So you're going to accept that data, open and close curly brace, and then guys, over here you're going to write the Axios. So let's copy from below the code and paste. So guys, first you are going to set the URL. Let's set this as students, or we'll tell get students data. And so let's remove that loader, and we don't need this also. Let's remove this. So once we get the data, we are going to commit function. So this commit function is a pre-built, okay, it's inbuilt thing, so you don't need to worry from where it's coming. It will automatically understand. So now you are going to set table data. Inside this you're going to get the response dot data. Okay, so guys, let's create a route for this and get the data first. Let's go to our web.php. So move to web.php and create a route colon colon using get method. No, we'll use post method where get student data, add the student controller colon colon class, add fetch student data. Okay, copy this and let's go to the student controller and create one function, guys. So as simple, let's copy and paste, create the function students is equal to where get all the students data. So you can just assign student where all the data I want, return $students. Okay, semicolon. All set, guys, and let's get back to our action.js. So now you will get the data over here. Okay, so once you receive the data, you are going to commit, which will go to your mutation. So where is the mutation? Here it is, which will export default set table data open and close with curly brace, where guys first you are going to set the state. Okay, and then your table data. All set. And now state dot table data is equal to your table data. Okay, so now guys you will get the set table data from your action. You're going to this and storing your table data into your state dot table data. Okay, so this state is nothing but your store. So this store is called as table data, where inside we store the data. Okay, and from where are you getting this data? You'll go to your getters. So from here you are going to define that state. It will get and give you that inside this. Okay, all set. So now let's get back to our table view component and all set, guys, over here. Perfect. Let's, after loading the table data, we want to close the loading. So just use close function, loading dot close. So guys, now when you call this dispatch function, that is your get student. Okay, so after getting that, what it is setting, so you can see that in your action.js get students data, it's committing to set table data, so which is defined in the, you can see that it's going to state.table data. Okay, so you can go to your store.js and find that table data thing. So how will you get this? So you are going to get from the getters, guys. So let's move, and this data you are getting in a table data. Okay, we are not using model. Let's remove this. Okay, now here we have to create one component that is computed colon open and close. It's not computer, guys, it's computed, and just give comma, where you're going to use the mapGetters. So we have to give the mapGetters, guys. So you can just go to your Vuex website. Okay, so you can find that getters, and here is a mapGetter helper. You can copy this function name. So let's copy that and paste, then open and close curly brace, close the bracket, and now inside this, guys, you are going to define table data. So this table data you have to call into your table. Okay, so this is the table where table data we have defined, and inside this value what you are going to send, your inside double quotes you will send the table data. Okay, so from where are you getting this data? You will copy this, you will get this data from your getters. So go to your getters, you can see this table function, table data function. Let's copy that, and you can again paste that over here. So this data will be defined in this, and this will call your table component. So guys, you are using mapGetters, so please import the class, import, that is your mapGetter from, obviously it's Vuex. All set. So now guys, let's see the output for this. Okay, let's refresh. Perfect. So guys, we have got the data, and here we see the error, one warning, that is your search is not defined. Okay, I think this search box is not defined, so let's define that. Let's go to the table, and this is your search guys, model v search. So instead of search, let's write search query. So let's copy this and go to your data. Inside return, just give search query colon null. So right now we'll define it as null. Refresh. Perfect guys, so there is no error, and let's add the students. Click to add, and yep, so we are on the add student. Now guys, let's insert the data, one more record. Let me insert with Om Prakash BCA C section where om@gmail.com. Let's click to save, and saving data, student created successfully and redirected to students page where you can view the data guys. Perfect. So guys, let's see next video about how to edit and delete these records, update the records. And yes guys, so guys, in this video that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share.